Welcome to the Life Science Success Podcast, Catherine. Welcome to.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. So yeah, and I mean we're here live at Bio. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what brought you to life sciences?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Don, for inviting me to this interview. I'm very excited about, and it's my honor to be here to talk to you about my story and also my company. I graduated from Columbia University Financial Engineering, and after that, I have around 5 to 10 years of the investment banking experience. So before that, I worked more like the in financial field. And at this moment, I jumped to the startup to see what is the new business to grow from 0 to 1. So it's very exciting doing this job. I'm now the business development of the one of the biotech in life science industry. And my company called Jellox Biotech, Jellox Biotech. Our company doing the 3D imaging in digital pathology field, which means that we provide a total solution in a software way, and we use our scanner to scan the tissues at the same time, so in a 3D way, and we upload our data to the cloud, and the pathology can download that data from the cloud. So the benefit we devote to this work is that because a traditional way people only using 2D scanner, so it's like slice the tissues and
Right.
to see how a slice to perform, but usually they will miss some important information because you didn't scan the whole tissue at the same time. So we can see the tissue more clearly, and we can observe the cancer more earlier than the traditional way. So we can lead to early diagnosis and precise medicine.
So would you also see this used on, let's say, larger tumors that are still in place, before they surgically remove them? Would it be used
It would
like
be
that,
like
or?
a tissue.
Uh
So it's like a bulk of the tissue. Usually we will put in the scope.
huh.
Yeah, but at this moment we can use the tissue. So it's not really a big one, but it's small one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. And can you tell me a little bit more about the pathway forward for the product? Is it currently out and available for people to purchase, or is it something that's still in development?
Yeah, so I'll talk more about our process and at this moment. Actually, our business is almost like 5 years or after we incorporate in Taiwan Hsinchu. Our headquarters is there, and we already have a lot of partnership with the hospital in Taiwan. So now it's like I think 15 partnership in hospital in Taiwan. So those hospital they subscribe our total solution by monthly, and also they like we rent or borrow our the scanner to there. So we put our scanner in the hospital, and we train their pathology to teach them how to use our total solution. So yeah, we already provide some services to our clients. So our clients mainly like a research institution and like hospital or clinics. So we are actually also is a startup also have some revenue
No,
now.
sure.
Yeah, we
Nice.
already selling our services. So at this moment, we are broadening our business both in including United States and also Japan and Southeast Asia. A lot of research and clinics they have very interesting in us. So we might have a very big progress in the end of this year. We might have some support from some venture capital and also some very big clinics that might want to sign some contract with us. So we are very excited at this moment.
Okay, very good. And I mean, so since we're here at Bio,
Yeah.
what is your hope to get from the conference?
Our hope is that we want to see more venture capital because I think at this moment, especially at this moment, for startups, it's really not easy to get the money from the venture capital support. I mean, this is always one of the very hardest job in any kind of industry to ask some money from other people. But at this year, it's extremely hard than before. But we want to, yeah, this is one of our hope in Bio US. And also we want to make more people know our technology and know our innovation, which is very meaningful to the world. So we want to make people have more know-how about us because that our technology is not very easy for most people to understand. So usually I would say that usually the very experienced people like doctors, pathology, every time those people hear about our technology, they are very excited. But for some people that usually don't have the chance to understand this field, they will not really understand. So I think at this moment we actually have the booth in the exhibitor. So we will looking forward to more people pass by and have a few chance to talk to us to understand our technology.
Well, that's very good, and yeah, I think it's always been a trying time. I feel like to raise capital, but it's even more challenging right now
Yeah.
for any company. And then also, just in terms of pathology, I feel like it's an area that needs that continual innovation, and this is probably the biggest thing that I've heard of in a long time, being able to 3D scan a tumor as well.
Yeah, because actually this 3D image scanner is not easy to do that. Like actually before our CEO Yang Li, he's a PhD student in National Tsinghua University, and he talked to a lot of experts outside in US or in Taiwan, and there are some people told him that, oh, actually they already know someone doing this, but they fail because
Mm,
they really don't have that kind of techniques to do that. We also talked to some very big pharmacy about that, and they're saying that they also try to do that, but they know they have to spend so many years to maybe fulfill that goal. They are
mm.
not really sure they can success. So this is actually a very, I think, relatively high bar the technology. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I would think that anybody that has the old stained slide systems and things like that, that they would have to think to the future that maybe, this technology could replace what they've been selling for
Yeah.
decades. So yeah.
I would say what we're trying to do is also not a very easy thing. I didn't mean including the technology is not easy, and we want to do the innovation is also not easy because at this moment, traditional way, every roles in this traditional circle, people are very stable. Like pathology, they just download the data for the 3D slides, and people who doing this style, there are a lot of roles that are very always stable and Passage doing this thing in 2D way, there are almost hundreds of years. So
Mm,
it's not easy to ask to suddenly jump into this cycle and tell them, hey, we have a very innovative way to save money, save time, and we are 3D. Do you want to try? So most people will start to, oh, what's that? And they will kind of reject of the innovation. But I think that because every time if there is a innovation, people still need some time to get used to it. And we have to persuade every roles in this life cycle to tell them that what is the benefit to using our technology. So
yeah.
it's a big challenge for us, but it's also exciting for us to try to do the innovation in the world.
And in terms of the global expansion, I mean, do you see that like you move from Taiwan to somewhere else in Asia, or do you think that you would move from Taiwan to somewhere in the U.S.? What are you looking for?
Oh,
Uh,
and this year, I would say that because now it's almost we are going to see the H2 to 2024, right?
mm,
Yeah, H1 is almost end. We may incorporate in somewhere else, somewhere we may pick a state in United States to incorporate our corporation. So we may have the office or change our headquarters in the United from Taiwan to United States, but we are still discussing with our partnership and also the lawyers.
oh, very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we want to do the business in United States. So
Mm,
I think that having an office or incorporated in the United States is necessary.
yeah. Very good. And how big is the team currently?
Currently, we have around 40 people.
Mm,
Most of them are in Taiwan, Hsinchu. And in United States, including me, we have 3 people.
okay.
Yeah, we are focusing on some of our colleagues that are very professional in consulting in pharma and the biotech field, and some are very experienced in the science background and also like me in business background.
Yeah, and then whenever you think of what the future might be, what do you hope that happens in the future?
Yeah, talk about our dream. I think that in the future, we won't say that we don't want, we won't imagine that every roles in this field using our 3D and ignore the 2D way. I won't think that. I won't believe that it will happen too fast. Although I will believe that our technology do heal the human people because we after cancer earlier, then we can save more people. But I think in the coming few years, we'll just hope that some hospital or clinics they start to use our technology and they do see some benefit of using technology. So I think that's one of our hope. And our hope is also that we want like Europe and different countries, like different area, Europe, United States, or Asia, we may have the hub of doing this kind of things. And so because like some countries, they may don't have so many pathologists to doing that, so they may even have a hard time to diagnose the cancer. So we will try to build different business model to help different people. So for the country that is not have so much money, not very rich, we will just they don't have to use their money to hire pathology. They can just send their tissue to our hub. Like the hub may be in Taiwan if they are located in somewhere in Asia, and we can use that with our scanner in our headquarters to do analysis for them. So they just need to subscribe from us. They don't need to buy any equipment from us. But if for some country they may have enough budget about doing that, and they may want to have their own pathologists, and we can have another different business model to help them. So I think that hope is that help more people in this world to diagnose the cancer earlier. Then we
Yeah.
can have the cooperation with the pharmacy, but because they have the early diagnosis drugs to in this field.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I would think that there's probably a combination of both the drug companies as well as diagnostic companies. Because if I
Yeah.
think about Roche, so Roche has Ventana. Ventana has a slide sorter system, right? So I mean, they've been collecting the old way. They've been collecting samples for a number of years.
Yeah.
One of their challenges may be, I don't know, but could be just sort of what is the future of this technology and how does it expand as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that biotech is a very complicated, useful, but interesting field compared to other industry. Other industry actually more have the more concept that more straightforward. But
Right.
biotech that too many rules in different country, and they are extremely different. Like rules in United States, rules in Europe, they are extremely different because they may have the healthcare security. They are all there are so many roles in this field, and like I think that pharma they have their advantage to doing what they are very get used to doing. And for the innovation, they also have the innovation side, but they will have the sometimes they don't want to do all the innovation by themselves, so they will try to cooperate with other startup like us. So
Right.
I think that is a win-win strategy for both of them.
Yeah, it makes sense, and I think the all of it progressing makes a lot of sense to me. Is there anything inside of your technology that helps people see better the areas that could be cancer or might not be? So does it like highlight? I mean, since we're not looking at it,
Yeah, I can give a very brief example about that. For our that about our diagnosis to use our technology, the validation process. Because we can see very clear that there's a concept of the statistics. Like if using the traditional way doing to a group of people, we'll just give them like 100 people, we can find that maybe 50 people they may have the potential cancer, and we can start to try to doing the treatment. Maybe they are still in the early stage, so they can still have a long time to live in this world. And another 50 people, we will say that there's no problem with these people, so that's done. They don't have to worry about whether they have cancer or not. But if we used our Jellox 3D image, the result might be different. So for those 50 people, they didn't diagnose this as the potential cancer. If they use our technology, half of them may have the potential cancer. Like so that would
well,
be like 25 people. So that those 25 people, they may have the potential cancer, but at this moment we didn't find it by using traditional way. Because traditional way they have a very huge missing if you do the analysis. But for the 3D, we can diagnose it at this moment. So if using only keep using 2D, they may see their cancer like 5 years later or even longer. But if using 3D, we can see it right now. So we can do early diagnosis. And if we found that 25 people early diagnosis, we can cooperate with like Roche, you just mentioned, or GSK. They have a lot of medicine. So we can do early diagnosis, early medicine to try to build up a strategy to treat those people who diagnosis earlier. So I think this is one of the big devote from us to other world. We can diagnose it earlier.
Yeah, very, very interesting technology for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being on the
Thank
Life
you,
Science
Dan.
Success
It's our
Podcast.
honor.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine, and
Thank
I
you.
wish you a good show. You know, have and
Yeah,
travel
you
safe.
too.